We have a portal today. Welcome to Be So Light. My name is Felicia, as well as Galactic Spiral Light Priestess Makala. Um, we have a portal today, and I was looking at the calendar also. Let me see if I can get this. How is everybody doing? I am just sitting, icing, and being quiet. I'm enjoying my peace and quiet. Like peace and quiet. A lot of information has been coming through. I've been making a lot of new ear cuff clips, pressure points. This one is called Interstellar, and when I wear them, because they sit on certain acupressure points of my ear, my knee pain drops down. And I was like, that's why I'm making this. And I just feel good when I'm wearing them. So this is my third set I've made. Loving it. Copper, copper, copper. Can't get enough. Um, we are going to, looking at this, start prepping for the 12-12 energy. That's going to be a crucial point because it's really going to be in that place of a 369 energy, if you know what I mean. Because when you have the 12, then you have the 12th month, the 12th day. So that's 3 and 3. You already have the 3. Then you add the 2 threes together. That's the 6. So you get the middle number. Then you got the 9. So I wonder what timeline are we going to be creating on that line? And it's going to happen in this overtone moon radiance because the December 12th is the last day of this moon before we go into rhythmic moon of equality, organized balance and equality. And that's where it December 13th starts. So, and before we even get to December 12th, we have two portals side by side on December 9th and December 10th. And December 10th is going to put us in a new galactic spin, like the new lift up energy. But there's so much going on in the ethers. Just working with a new spiral energy of ruby, the color spiral ruby. And that particular one is really neat to work with. It's like a activator for a lot of the quiet DNA part of the self. And it's also a connector for different realms that are in the higher realms, like the 22nd dimensional realm. So the whole thing is I don't stay limited to, oh, we're going to the fifth dimension. No, no, no. Because if you go back, I forgot I went back and looked at some of my notes. And then I came across some other information where I was doing some research, and Meldak came up again. And I said, oh, yeah, that's right. Well, Meldak was already in its fifth dimension. Okay, it was already in this high fifth dimensional realm. But when it got attacked and got blown up, okay, it was already a part of Tiamat at that time. So I'm sitting back and I'm thinking, it's really interesting how that planet was already connected to Tiamat. And I'm like, okay, so when mother goes through all of her changes and they talk about, oh, we're gonna go to the fifth. No, we're already in the 50. I've said it before. We're going higher than that. And you have to train your spiritual mindset to know that you have the ability to go higher than that. Because if you just keep saying you're going to be in the fifth dimension, da da da, you're already giving yourself permission to just be capped off in five. Okay, and to never think that you can go beyond that. When we work with Spiral Light is a 12th dimension and up medicine to work with. It is not stuck from 11, 10, 9. No, it starts out on 12. It starts out off in the dimension beyond the negative um, energies of draconian and reptilian um, stationary beings. They're it goes beyond that. So they can't come up to 12. Okay. They can come to 10. Some of the higher ranking ones can maybe get into 11, but they cannot go to 12. 12 is forbidden for them. They don't have the energy capacity to go to 12. So I'm looking at all of this and I'm thinking, this is all just moving. Here we are on Thursday already. And this is so crazy that we're already on Thursday. So today in this portal on Thursday, November, and it's the new moon energy. So it says red rainy resonant dragon, kin 241. I channel in order to nurture inspiring being. I seal the input of birth with the resonant tone of attunement. I am guided by the power of space. I am a galactic activation portal. Enter me. So this portal, because we had a gap yesterday and we had a portal before that. So now we have this portal today. The color is red. The planet is Neptune. The throat chakra is activated. The earth cardinal is activated. We have a rune, and it says here in the message, everything is a part of one inherently artistic cosmic plan. We are working with the mental sphere of the subconsciousness, the sixth, and then the sixth time dimensional limbic force field. So a lot going on right here in the part of the head. Hyperneutronic, neutron, subliminal, and telepathic. Gate 402. So let's look at it. The rune that we have is the one that's like this, that makes that open sign. So this is the rune of opening and renewal and clarity, of dispelling the darkness that has been shrouding some part of your life. You are free now both to receive gifts and know the joys of non-attached giving. Kino is the rune for mornings of activities, for seriousness, clear intent, and concentration, all of which are essential at the beginning of any endeavor. One of the 13 cycle runes, the protection offered by Kino is this: the more light you have, the better you can see what is trivial and outmoded in your own conditioning. In relationships, there can now be mutual opening up, which may trigger and set in motion through your awareness that the light of understanding is once again available to you both. So simply put, if you have been operating in the dark, there is now enough light to see that the patient on the operating table is you. Wow, 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 wow. That don't be all. So today I thought it would be nice to kind of drop down into some fire energy. And so I have my candle lit. And if you like to get a tea light candle and take this time to just quiet the mind, and we're going to move into some ruby spiralite. Okay, I'm going to move into that ruby color. So while you're getting a tea light candle, I really like how information has just been coming in, really interesting. And I really like how it's very clear and straight to the point. There's no wondering, what does that mean? What is this? And it just comes right in. Okay, hold on. There it is. Bam. Big bada boom. Okay. It's raining again. Been raining since early this morning. Okay, you should have your candle by now. Okay. All right, just light your candle. And all I want you to do is just get kind of comfortable, but have your candle where you can make visual contact with it. Okay. Okay. All right. Got your candle? Taking a nice deep breath, and we're going to journey into the flame, the spirit of fire, the element of fire. We're going to move into the spark of life, the spark of ideals, the spark of creation. Taking a nice deep breath. Exhale it out. And all I want you to do is just visualize a beautiful ruby color orb of light right above your head, right above the crown, right above the soul star. You could take it above the spirit chakra, the universal chakra, the galactic chakra. You can take it all the way up to the gate, the source gate. And I just want you to allow it to just drop down and let it spiral its essence and light all around the top of your crown, third eye, as it's relaxing your face, and just allow it to spiral around your throat, and let it spiral around the heart space. Breathe in and let it spiral around the solar plexus, the sacral, the root, all the way down the legs, down the feet, down to the earth star, finally to the water star. And I just want you to just see this spark of light, even as you just gaze at your flame, or you have the image of the fire in your mind's eye. If you want to close your eyes, close your eyes. If you want to keep them open, then just take a look deep into the flame. And let this just be a connection of the spark. Let this ruby spiral spark of light enhance the 22nd dimensional self, your 22nd dimensional self, connecting to that. Breathe, exhale out. Feel that connection. And just remember, it's the spark of the ruby color. It's very healing, brings in rejuvenation, passion, connection to the deeper parts of the DNA. And just allow yourself to feel that. Feel into it. Drop the tension in the shoulders. Relax the face. Be present in this moment. And just see yourself on that higher realm, 22nd, the 22nd dimensional realm. All you have to do is just tap in. Give yourself permission and allow yourself to tap in. And the way that you know that you're in that energy is your body starts to lightly spin. Start to lightly make small circular movements. Or you might even feel like your body is vibrating. This is just verification that you're connected to that. And just allow the energy to just spiral all around you, sending in beautiful codes of light, activating those codes that you need to have activated now, that links you to your next levels of gifts, that gives you that spark. Take a deep breath here. Inhale. Exhale it out. Just allow yourself to just be in that space of lightness, stillness. What is that like for you right now? You probably don't even feel your physical body. You probably just feel like flame of light, free to move. What does that feel like? Bring awareness to your breath. Let all the tension go. Just be present. Whatever you were wondering about or was heavy on your mind or stressing you out, just let it go. Just be present right now in this moment. Feel into that ruby color, how it's spiraling around you, and it's accelerating. Allow it to just accelerate and divinely align with. Feel that energy. And it's going to get a little bit bigger, expanding in its spiral, expanding through your subtle body self, your etheric body self, your astral body self, expanding its spark of light through your mental, your emotional, physical, and spiritual. Now just see that beautiful spark of ruby color spiral as it comes into one final part of an orb and it changes its dimension to a diamond shape. And see that beautiful diamond shaped ruby as it expands its light in all directions. And just see the one beam of light coming straight down the center of your being, lighting up your light body self, supercharging you up. Breathe. And now see this ruby color expand into a ruby flame of light. And as it expands into a flame of light, you feel the activation of your inner flame. Igniting. Bringing on new creation, passion, awareness, clarity. Breaking free from stagnation, stuckness. Liberating. Just breathe. Breathe here. Exhale it out. As the expansion of this ruby light increases more, activating those codes deeper within you. Breathe. Now you're going to come to the center. The body is going to have a centering. The spine will probably go into its own vibration. Just breathe as it moves through the spine. Breathe. Beautiful. Just stay with it. Almost done with this activation. Just breathe. Exhale it out. Feel how your throat clears, your third eye. Feel how your chest expands. Feel the energy as it moves up and down the spine, communicating with the nervous system. Sympathetic, parasympathetic. Breathe. Almost done. As the body calibrates, you might feel your body quivering, shaking, vibrating. Allow it just to remove anything that's blocking free flow. Any trauma, any emotional glitches, any stuckness, just allow it to move it through and release it. And now the inner spirals begin once again. And just allow. And slowly allow the ruby spiral, the diamond light of itself, to move back into the galactic cosmos. As you come back down from the 22nd, 23rd, depending on where you floated, come down from that 22nd, dropping back down into the dimension that you feel comfortable working in energetically, that better aligns with you, that keeps your frequency up, where you're seen by the benevolent beings and not seen by the lower ones. Breathe here. Bring awareness to your fingertips, your toes. Settle back in, knowing that this energy is coursing through you. And just give us beautiful gratitude of thanks to the activation of the ruby spiral, the ruby light, the higher Christ consciousness. We are complete. Thank you. And when you are ready, open your eyes gently at a gaze. And take your flame of light and just look into the flame, bringing you back to center. Feel the warmth as it radiates through you. You already know what you're here to do. You already know your purpose. All you have to do is just align yourself to it. And anything that you've been struggling with that just feels like it's never going to end, it ends when you say it ends. It ends when it's done, when you say it's done. And just focus. being present. And now taking a nice deep breath. Exhale it out. Give thanks to your flame. So we're going to take a look at some of the energies of what's been going on. A lot of tug and pull on your attention. And this is where the game is, and not buying into any type of energies of war. We're just going to cancel that. We're not consenting to anything of that on this higher timeline. We will not tolerate it. This higher timeline, when you are committed to it, it allows you to expand into your higher self and to anchor from there. And when you anchor from there, all the outside noise, rumbles, threats to take away your peace of mind just don't exist. And the reason why you can say that is because you make it so it doesn't exist. Okay. Hi, lovelies. So in this coming through this energy and coming out from the chaos, this chaos energy is an awareness energy that's actually kind of like this energy of making you really see things from a different perspective and to give yourself an opportunity to agree with something or not agree with something. How do you see your flow? How are you seeing your flow? That's the one thing. How do you see your flow? What is coming up for you? What's been coming up for you this week? You know, where's your power? Where is your energy flow? How has it been coming up for you this week? Because that's the one thing you want to focus in on. How's it been coming up for you? Now, the spiral light practitioners don't know this, but we are getting ready to evolve in a higher state of our work. And I just got the coding last night and then again earlier this morning. And this is really going to set us on an entirely different projection of energy work that we're going to be doing. And it's going to be fascinating. It's kind of like take Reiki, take prana, take all the different modalities of energy work and look at it from a frequency and coded point of view, and then supercharge that and galactically max that. That's what we're stepping into. But only if you give yourself permission to own it, step into it. So I think when I started making my spiral cuffs, I don't know what else to call them. Divine cuffs. We got all kind of names for them. Divine cuffs, ear cuffs, um, interstellar. This one I'm wearing is interstellar cuffs. Because, man, it's like you put it on and it's like, whee! Because it's sitting on all your points. It's touching energetically points on your ears that correlate to your body. And one of the things when you're working with the element of fire, this is that time when you are kind of quiet to the self. Like for me, this is the time of year where I get really quiet. I'm not out running around. I'm not, I'm working with clients. I'm working with students, but I'm not out running around a lot. I like to stay in, cozy up. I like having my heater on, and I like seeing movies and doing some art drawing, or just kind of having divine conversations with source. I love doing that. Sipping on some nice cacao, or if not that, Damiana cocoa, and sipping on that, and just actually that sounds really good after this, the Damiana one. Sipping on that. And just kind of being, not trying to go and do anything. You're just being, and you're observing, you're watching. You know, that's the best part, to watch, observe, just watch, listen. What is divine saying? What is mother saying? What is mother saying? What is the divine saying? When mother and father, son are talking, you're in the middle. You're like the child in the middle, witnessing what they're talking about, taking that all in. And then they pass on their essence and their love through you, giving you that. Ooh. So let's step into the read. Ooh. Okay, so with the language, let's see, the secret language of the darkness and the light. So we have defensive mechanisms. It says soothe the uncomfortable situation or thoughts. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely 100%. What matches that is the soul craft, doing the soul craft. What is the soul yarning for? What are you yarning for? What do you want? The world's shadow is the second part of this, because as above, so below. Number 21, it says veiled desires are reawakening. So how is that showing up? We're going through so much. And now we have another card that gives you the color. Colors. What color keeps coming up for you? What's coming forward? The Phoenix gives the power of empathy. There's that ruby. The Phoenix. How are we lifting into that? How are we connecting? What's your connection to that? This is the power. Oh, wow. I opened it right to the page. This card reminds you that as a higher sensitive and empathic person, you are in possession of an extraordinary power. So that means you are really a sensitive person. With all of us going through our energy calibrating, leveling in our bodies, we're all becoming very sensitive. Certain words trigger us, certain things we see. we don't like it, but it becomes this awareness. Oh, I'm not, I don't want to be capsized into this. Here we have the heart center, and we are dealing with the watermelon tourmaline. Watermelon tourmaline is so beautiful. So the heart center. So working with watermelon tourmaline is an excellent thing right now. I'm working with the moldavite and then the quartz crystal sphere, just because this and this all connects. All I'm connecting like this. And then the activations here, so I'm expanding from there. It's like fine tuning yourself once again. So here is the cosmic knowledge of our soul, or our vision of the soul. That's really pretty. See, right here, the expansion. We just did this. We just lined it up. And in the star codes, we have number 23, Jupiter. We got the card again, abundance. And then we have number 39, first house, arrival. So something's coming in, but it's being, here's the thing. When we receive messages that something's coming in, something great is coming in, and as soon as we hook into that, we're waiting to see if it comes in. But what we need to do when we hear something that's good, that's available, that's trying to come in, that's trying to give birth to an anchoring, we need to just say, yes, let's grab that. Let's pull that anchor line in and pull it into the new higher time grid, higher timeline of Mother Earth that's beyond being pulled back away. So the only way to anchor that is you would have to anchor from 11 to 12. Okay? Because if you anchor on 5, it's going to be some shenanigans. 6, 7, 8, and 9, shenanigans. 10, shenanigans. But when you anchor 12th on up, no shenanigans. How do I know? Because we got the new card, New Start. That's why. New card, new start. New beginnings. New start. So we're in this like holding space. And enough of us are not aware that we can pop the bubble. And we need to pop the bubble. Everyone needs to just be aware what you're here for, what your purpose is. Stop telling yourself your old stories of limitations and your beliefs. Okay. In this timeline of now, we can tap into anything that can take care of situations. But enough of us don't know that yet. We're still trying to dance on the dance floor, and it's concrete, and you're doing it barefoot trying to do a spin. Ouch. So some of us still are not in our divine alignment to see that spark of light. You got to see it. You got to see it and call it in. So each and every one of us, we really need to be aware what comes up, what we say yes to, and anchor it. And things that come up that feels like a threat, that doesn't feel divine, we say no to, we don't consent to it. Just a simple, I'm not consenting to that. You hear something that's not um, happy and peaceful, I'm not consenting to that. Is this what it takes now? Because this is how we force our hand. This is how we bring that strong unity, a lock, new beginning, shifting, and the universe takes us seriously. They won't look at us as children that don't know what they're doing and they're just playing in their sandbox thinking someone's going to bring more sand so they can continue playing in the sandbox. But that sand has gotten toxic. It's not safe to play in. It's time to move on to a bigger and better crystallized sandbox. So the universe is just sitting back watching us make choices, watching us, especially the grandmothers, they're watching how people are kind of like blaming others for stuff that they can correct when they should, and just really not owning their true self of who they are, if that makes any sense. But that's what we're up against right now, energetically. So use this portal time, birthing light of energy. What are you wanting to give birth to? What do you want to see mother birth? She's birthing it, but we still don't know exactly what it looks like. We're feeling it. And over here in California, it's been raining. It's cloudy, it's damp, it's cold, it's wintry. And then on the East Coast, people are telling me it's sunny, it's shiny. I'm like, what? What the hell? So everyone just step into that space. Tomorrow we're going to step into water. We're going to step into water. We're going to work with the water element. And then after that, we'll do the earth. And then we'll do air. We're going to visit the elements. And tonight, take the time, to bring the light of fire into your space. Practice bringing in the spirit of fire into your space, into a spirit energy, not in its physical form where it's gonna do some damage here, but you're wanting to have the frequency, the warmth of fire, the spark of light to help you see beyond the darkness. Okay. Whenever you are feeling like, what the hell is going on? I can't think straight. You call on the fire element to clear away what is causing you to feel confused. Call in the fire element to bring the light in so you can see clearly. And then watch what happens, what you see. But you have to be ready to see that. Be ready for it, to see it. All right, lovelies. This is the message of the day. We stepped into some fire energy. And I just wanted to hop on here and bring that to you. If you're down for a movie that's interesting, I was just sitting around icing and I flipped through and I said, well, let me see what this is. And I thought it was crazy as hell. It's on YouTube. It's called Numb. 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 To be numb. And storyline is you already know what's going to happen when you see the brother and the sister get in the car with the married couple. But here's the thing that's interesting about this movie, and it's always the same thing that's brought up in our faces. We chase the career, we chase the job. You have the job, you go out and you buy the so-called dream that goes along with the job. You get the house, you get the cars, you get the if you have kids, the private schooling, the games, the lessons, you get the private, clubs and things that you go to, association, you're up there, and then boom, that job is gone. Now you're getting notices. Now you don't have enough money coming in. Now it's looking for another job, and you go out and you look for another job, and you're thinking you're getting a job. Then someone makes a phone call to another family member saying you're struggling and you need extra help, and could you lend us some money just to get through, and I'll give you this, and da 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 da. And then you're trying to fit it in, and you go to the job and you're thinking you're going to get the job, and then you don't get the job, but then you're scared to tell your loved one you didn't get the job, so you pretend like you got the job but you didn't get the job. And then you find out as you're going down this road after you pick up the two hitchhiker, and then you almost hit this old guy who has a gold coin around his neck, and he starts mumbling about the fact that there's some gold out in the woods in the mountain areas, and you decide you're going to go trancing through the woods in snow to go find the gold, because that's going to be the solution to your problems. All your money problems will go away if you could find that gold. It is a very interesting movie, and it goes and it shows the desperation of what we have been subjected to believe in ourselves that we have to do whatever it takes to get the money so we can pay for the ridiculous bills. Because when we pay for the bills, we get to keep what we have. But that's not going to be true anymore, is it? Because it's not about that money. It's about undoing the construct that put us there in the first place to make us believe that scenario. A generational scenario, an ancestral situation, construct that has to come down. And in that, when it comes down, we actually can say, yes, we're stepping into a new dawn, a new era. So we're in the glitches of it right now. We're in the beginning glitches of watching things being undone in front of our eyes. And we can't stay in it. Letting it go. Who cares? All right, whatever, it's late. Who gives a fuck? I don't care about my credit score. How if the credit score has been changed and we still don't know what it's really been changed to, who gives a fuck? Because obviously, those of us that kept going and going trying to stay on top of it, now it doesn't even matter. You see what I'm saying? And this is what this movie is all about. It's showing the desperation. How far would you go to try to still play the game of the artificial construct. And is it worth your life? And that's what that movie's about. It's a good movie because you sit there and you're like, wow, I wonder what they're gonna. Okay, what? Oh, all right, didn't see that coming. That was interesting. But you're gonna watch what they have to endure in order to get the gold. Yeah, it's a good movie. Right on YouTube called Numb. All right, lovelies, be good to yourself. I will see you tomorrow and we'll step into the element of water. And that one is going to be one that I'm going to want you to have a little bowl and a little cup or shell so that you can scoop the water and can pour it. Okay. Or either just a bowl if you don't have the shell. All right. All right, lovelies. Thank you for joining me here. Like and subscribe. Be good to yourselves. Just be still and relax. Enjoy your day.